2017 has been a hell of a year for gaming. And we always know with PC being the ultimate gaming platform that there's always going to be a new hot PC game. Well, one that's made its way over to console happens to be PlayerUnknown's Battleground, or as everyone calls it, PUBG. Now, PUBG came out in early 2017, and it was in beta or Steam early access, and then they actually made a full release in December on PC. Now, on the console version, or at this point, which it's only Xbox One, it's made its way on in the early access pre-game or early access game preview program on the Xbox One. Now, this game is a sandbox open world shooter, over the back shooter. It's a big sandbox game, and it's freaking amazing, because imagine Battle Royale or Hunger Games. You're dropped into this island, you parachute out of a plane, and you got to scavenge from everything. And if you're really new and you have no gear, you'll have no clothes. You can start off in your underwear or whatnot, but you start off with nothing. You have to find your ammo, you have to find your weapons, you have to find backpacks to hold the weapons, and you got to find your medicine, your healing, energy drinks. You have to find everything. And then you even got to find your gun accessories. Then there's random vehicles out and about. You can go into buildings, and then to top it all off, to really force the gameplay and keep it going as fast as possible, the map shrinks. And then if you're outside of the map area, you die. It starts eating at your health. It's like poison, and it forces you to get closer on the map and get next to everyone else. So each match, the longest match I was in was maybe 15 minutes, if that. Like it, I'm not the best player, by the way, but it's not. It creates a fast-paced, high-intensity, fun experience. Now, usually I have a big issue with incomplete games or games in beta charging. But when it came to PUBG, I personally had no problem going and spending the $30 in order to pick up this early access game, because of how much potential and all the craziness I see on PC, and being able to play that on console is beautiful. Now, me doing this review in my super late video game review series, I have to start off with my dislikes. Then I'll end it with my likes, and then I like to do a little quick wrap up. So now, first off, with my dislikes, this game was made for PC. It's clear, you feel it. You can just tell that a mouse and keyboard would move and function with this game a million times better than your actual controller, especially the Xbox controller. Now, console adaptations of PC games are usually rough just at its core. Now, the cool thing about this one is they actually use the buttons the buttons function fairly simple, but you still feel that delay, like this should be faster. Now, maybe because this is an early access, or this is a game, early game preview, that when the full game gets released on Xbox, they'll adjust that, make the proper control adjustments, and so on and so forth. And then also, you get kicked a lot. I've been booted so many times. I've been booted out of so many servers, it's not even funny. And speaking of servers, they have different game modes. So I'm rambling. Wow, this is terrible. But with the different game modes. So you have one versus the world, or one, where it's battle royale, no teammates. You're dropped into the world. Everybody is your enemy. 100 people out there. Then you have 2-man squads, and then you have 4-man squads. Now, when this early game preview first came out, you could not you could not run you couldn't search for a squad. So you had to already have had multiple people in your group, or at least 4 people in your group, in order to go run, to have a high probability of running a squad match. And sometimes you would change servers, you would sit there all day just waiting, and it sucked. But as of recent, and this is what gives me a lot of hope with this game, is that they've made a lot of adjustments, and they made it to where you can click one-man squad, which the game will recognize and put you in a group of other people. So it's already making positive advancement. But yes, back to being booted. I have been booted so many times. I was driving, I was in a squad, it was 4 of us, we're all in the car, I'm driving, and then I get booted. And somehow the game continued going, and my character drove my squad into a lake, and I almost drowned. But now, outside of that, I have to say there's way more likes. There's way more likes. The dislikes are, especially for a game preview, an early access game, the dislikes don't even add up to what I love about it. The shooting is freaking amazing. I feel I feel dope, as I feel like I just feel amazing, just shooting, tearing people up, the battle royale style, the worrying about who's around the corner, making sure I shut a door behind me so I can hear it as they're creeping up the stairs, or if I'm scavenging for weapons, I can hear somebody's footsteps downstairs. Being able to go from first person to third person, being able to hold a crossbow, a pistol, and a shotgun while driving a dune buggy, like it's amazing. And then how fair the game feels. I was actually really nervous because I'm not the best gamer. I was nervous that I was going to turn this thing on and I was going to get out there and get wrecked. As soon as I load up and parachute and land, somebody was going to hit me with a frying pan over the head and I was going to die. I don't consider myself a top-notch gamer, but I will say that I can compete. I've had my me and a squad mate of mine, we ended up getting chicken dinner one time, and that was within the first week of owning the game. I've been able to get plenty of kills. I don't have a hard time getting kills. I don't know if I just play with a bunch of people who are absolutely terrible and they make me look like a super assassin, but I can carry my weight. And that says a lot, because especially for a game like this that feels like such a specialty game, the learning curve isn't too harsh. And then how quick the matches are. So if you get wrecked, man, jump out of that lobby and you can jump into another one and start another matchup. There's constantly matches running, and it's fast, and it's fast paced, and you can run through, I mean, if you really suck, you can run through 10 matches an hour, if not more. Like, if that means you're getting killed really fast, or the matches are ending really fast. And then I want to say also the download, the data. It was only like 5 or 6 gigs to download the game, which in this day and age is very rare. I mean, usually 5 gigs is a DLC or a simple update before the game even starts. So to have such a small data to take up such little space on my hard drive, that was just a big plus in itself. And for it to be as much fun it is for having that little bit of data, and the fact that it's an early access, or not early access, I keep saying early access, forgive me, the fact that it's a game preview, that says a lot. That just shows that it has so much potential for being such a game that I'm enjoying with no, even when I get booted, I don't get mad. I just try to join back in. I don't get mad. It makes me want to play it even more. The game's amazing. Folks, do yourself a favor, go and spend the $30 and get on PUBG. Now, time for my score. Now, I'm kind of jumping around on this. This is my second super late video game review, but I'm getting the hang of it, and I will be doing better. But back to the ultimate score. I am going to rate this game 8 out of 10. And the only reason I'm giving it an 8 is because I don't feel comfortable giving an early access game that is quote unquote not complete any more than an 8. And the graphics get really crappy. And we are in the future. There's a lot of money available. And I always feel that I'm not a graphics junkie, but it gets pretty bad when loading into a match. It almost takes, at least for me, it almost takes like 2 to 5 minutes before the map fully loads up. And if anybody has played, you know that that's crucial time where the buildings aren't loaded up. All of a sudden a wall pops up where I was going to pick up a gun, and it gets pretty ugly at times. And then being booted often. Now, I don't have bargain bin internet, but I still get booted like I do. And but all in all, even with those flaws, I still recommend that everybody spend $30 and go pick up this game and get on and experience it and go for that grand chicken dinner. Now, forgive me for rambling, but if you guys have watched any of my videos, you know I do. I would just like to thank you guys, and make sure to subscribe and watch me on Twitch, BaronJ67, and I am out.